Lined up. And we're underway on Preakness Day. Radical Right sent out for early speed with Augusta Melody, the favorite. Freeze the Fire, Bandcamp on the inside. As Circle P follows in fifth position. Top Blood inside of that runner. Exploration is well outkicked by the speed. The speed of Radical Right. Radical Right from Augusta Melody, about a length and a half. Bandcamp inside in third. Freeze the Fire. Circle P trying to circle him out 3 or 4 wide as they edge into the turn. And Top Blood and Exploration is last, has 9 to make up. Into the turn they roll, 3 ace to go. Radical Right, but here's Augusta Melody on the outside. Bandcamp camped right off that pair in third position. Angle just off the inside and ridden along with a quarter to go at Pimlico. Circle P is fourth and Freeze the Fire is fifth. They're at the top of the stretch. And it is Augusta Melody. Here's Bandcamp trying willingly on the outside. Radical Right is trying to hang tough down to the inside past the furlong marker. Augusta Melody driven home free and clear. Augusta Melody by almost 3. Bandcamp in the photo with Radical Right, and then it was Exploration. In the winner's circle, Augusta Melody, jockey Ira Ortiz Jr., owned by George Sharp, Brittany Russell Trader Farm. Minute 10.76. Running time 6 furlongs in the Battle of Goldie race. Lined up. And they're off. Solid beginning. Miss Ellery right to the front at the extreme outside. Here is Betula right up there too. So Betula on the outside, getting over gradually to about the 2-3 path into the first turn run as Miss Ellery's down to the inside. Not much pace on early in the game as they round that first turn. The Amazing Mizzen is down inside. Outside of that is 5,2 into fourth, and Swan House is in fifth. Paradise Wins is next, and Majesty's Freedom. Here followed by Drop the Hammer, who's racing back of the pack in third last position. Be Inspired, and last is Kobe's Smile. About 20 lengths from front to back as they move down the backstretch on this good turf here at Pimlico. Miss Ellery shows the way. Miss Ellery trying to sneak away. Easy lead from Betula second. It's the Amazing Mizzen inside, 5,2. 4 lengths back, Swan House. Paradise Wins, Drop the Hammer is next. And after that is Majesty's Freedom, Kobe's Smile, Be Inspired. Into the far turn with 3 furlongs left to go. And it's Miss Ellery in narrow lead from Betula there on the outside. And 5,2 orange colors out there, 3 wide. The Amazing Mizzen, the gray down inside. And Swan House, they race to the top of the stretch and head for home. Into the stretch. And it's Betula. Betula, the Amazing Mizzen shifts off the inside, coming with a bit of a run. Miss Ellery's trying to stay down to the inside. 3 across the course of the final furlong. The Amazing Mizzen up on the outside of Betula, and nose to nose for the lead. Swan House, plenty of opening down to the inside, has moved to third, but they can't catch the Amazing Mizzen. The Amazing Mizzen, the Amazing Mizzen by a gray head from Betula. Then it was Swan House and Miss Ellery fourth. Official. $2 exacta, 666.20. Dollar superfecta pays 5,827.42. 11 7 6 5 2 double. $2 double, $246. Dollar trifecta, 211 and 7. One. And they're off. Energize, right out of the gate on top with Varney, hustled up on the inside of that one as they push by us, and then Drill Baby on the chase just off the inside. Last man standing, Task Force is trailing into the clubhouse turn. Round the turn they roll. Here goes Varney up on the inside. Energize is second, and Varney's taking that lead. A length and a half from Energize now on the chase, and Drill Baby a well-settled third near the inside. Last man standing is about 5 lengths off the early pace, and Task Force is in the back. No change. Varney Energized racing 1-2 to the Pimlico back stretch. It's Drill Baby in good position from third. Last man standing is next, and Task Force ridden along has to pick it up with 4.5 furlongs left to run. Varney going smoothly by almost 2 from Energized. Drill Baby is next. Last man standing's off the inside, out in the clear and trying to rally up from fourth as they move into the far turn. Double digits back to Task Force. So it's Varney. Here comes Last Man Standing with a bold move on the far outside of the second flight. Energizes right there, and Drill Baby still in it. They race around that turn to the top of the stretch with a quarter to go at Pimlico. Varney shakes free by 3 as they turn in. Drill Baby, Last Man Standing made a move but flattened out just a tad. Shifting it a bit was Varney. Varney looking around a little bit, shifting over to the rail, has to be kept to task by Flavian Pratt. Leads it by 6 lengths now from Last Man Standing, who has picked up second. It's Varney at the 16th pole, 5-length lead from Last Man Standing, and then Energized third. Varney does it. Varney by a half dozen. Last Man Standing, and then Energize and Drill Baby. $740 trifecta, 10-10. 3147. $1 superfecta, $14.10. Double 229.80, 2-3. Third race, the Donald Don Butler Memorial Race. And they're off. Booth jumps right out on top. Booth, very sharp beginning. Immediately opens length and change from SS Sinatra in second. On the outside, Epic Ride is next, and Celtic Contender is racing in the back of the pack as they head on down the backstretch. And so down the backstretch they go. 5 Concrete Glory is pulled up out of the race. There is a problem at the start there, Concrete Glory, it appears. So into the turn, it is Booth just in front from Epic Ride, who at 23.30, opening quarter mile. Celtic Contender, SS Sinatra. On the inside is ridden along for more with a quarter to go at Pimlico. Booth, Epic Ride is trying to test, but Booth shakes away through a 45.99 half mile. Booth is in front, ridden along with 1 furlong left to go. Epic Ride is giving his all. Booth is still there and staying strong. Booth, Epic Ride, 1-2 down the Pimlico stretch. Booth will scorch home to win. Epic Ride, big race second. Celtic Contender SS Sinatra in a minute 10.39 in the Maryland Sprint Stakes. Trifecta, superfecta, double pick 3, starting another pick 5. Spring Oaks Farm in a minute 10.39. Fourth race, presented by Old Bay for the trophy presentation in the winner's circle. Prepare for takeoff. And they're off. No question about it. Very quick out of there. Prepare for takeoff. A hustle Sally's Gold up on the inside, and Glean comes away running in the fourth spot. River Send, good position, fifth out in the clear. Wise and Elegant in between horses, a little bit tight, and Watch Me Disappear. Mischief Maxi follows at the back of the pack with Lily Simone, Something Wonderful at the tail of the bunch at about 13 lengths off that pace into the turn. And it's no question about it. Rolling along. Prepare for takeoff is second length and a half, and Sally's Gold is racing in third position. Here's Glean and River Sent on the outside as they swing for home with a quarter to go at Pimlico. It's no question about it, trying to stay on but under pressure now. Outside is Prepare for Takeoff, and Sally's Gold is in third. Glean just at an even pace in fourth, no question about it. Still going at it with Prepare for Takeoff, and then it's Sally's Gold. Late run on the inside, Something Wonderful for his share. Prepare for Takeoff, Prepare for Takeoff, Prepare for a long shot. 50-1. Prepare for Takeoff, and no question about it, and Sally's Gold and Glean. .61 the time. Exacta 1210, $2,227.20. Trifecta, $15,570. Dollar superfecta, $139,892.60. Pick 357.50. Pick 4, 7,878.10. Pick 5, 23,947.60. $6, $12, $2 double, $291.40. And they're off. Disco Ebo gonna boogie right to the front. Striker has dial there on the outside with good speed, and Happy Clouds down inside in third, and Zeitlos settles in fourth position, a gap of 3 in the back. Or One Magic Philly and Apple Picker, they're sharing last position, some 8 off the pace. Disco Ebo shows the way from Striker has dial by 3/4 of a length as roll past that half-mile pole. Happy Clouds is in third, then Zeitlos is in fourth position, ridden along for a little more. In between horses is around the far turn. Zeitlos starting to rally now from fourth, almost third. Outside of that is One Magic Philly, and Apple Picker is last of them all. Midpoint on the turn, they're racing toward the quarter pole, the top of the stretch. Striker has dialed. Disco Ebo down to the inside. Zeitlos out to the center of the track, still with a chance. Zeitlos out of the center of the track, and Striker has dialed. They're coming down to settle it for the final furlong together, getting away from Disco Ebo in third. It is Zeitlos getting a neck in front from Striker has dialed. One Magic Philly has picked up third out in the middle of the Pimlico course, and here's Zeitlos. Zeitlos and Jose Ortiz in the Skip Hat Stakes from Striker has dial, One Magic Philly, and Disco Ebo. Street Thoroughbred Holdings, LLC. Official race 6, 840 Win Mutual. Exact at $26.60. Dollar trifecta $21.90. Undale Superfecta $94.30. $12.5 $2 double $844.60. Pick 3 $223.25. Next 7th race, the Gallaret Stakes, presented by Guinness Open Gate Brewery. Scratch 1, Dana's Beauty. 5, Conquest Dancer. Exacta Trifecta Superfecta double. Pick 3. Pick 5, races 7 through 11. And they're off in the Gellert Stakes. Queen of the Mud, good break from the great. And here is Charlene's Dream there on the outside. Charlene's Dream going to go on. Queen of the Mud will settle back in second after sharp start. Ocean Club in between horses. Way to Be Marie is fourth in the early stages. Pace not too fast up front there. Outside Way to Be Marie is now fourth at 3 wide into the first turn run. Ground saving is Austere. And Sparkle Blue is in between horses. Only about 4.5 from the Pacemaker. And 3 Havanas in the back of the pack as they round that turn. So leading the way out there is Charlene's Dream. Reese Billy trying to nurse along in the pace. Leads about a length and a quarter from Ocean Club and Queen of the Mud. Back third on the inside. Way to Be Marie is in fourth. Austere is fifth on the inside. Here's Sparkle Blue. Still about a half dozen lengths on the pace. And last is 3 Havana still. Not much change. Charlene's Dream, the one to catch, has a 2-length advantage. Heading into the far turn from Ocean Club. Second spot. Then outside is Way to Be Marie third. Queen of the Mud right there in fourth. Austere is under a bit of pressure, dropping back around the far turn run. Sparkle Blue really got a motor on from second to last position, and 3 Havanas trailing the field. Charlene's Dream trying to steal it. Ocean Club on the chase on the outside with a quarter to go at Pimlico, and they make the turn for home. Charlene's Dream relaxed up front, still has another gear. Opens up 5 lengths at the 3/16 pole, and it's Charlene's Dream and all Charlene's Dream. Charlene's Dream, masterful ride up front by Umberto Rispoli, has the lead by 6 lengths. Coming down to the final 16th of a mile, it is Charlene's Dream all the way. Austere, second. Ocean Club, 3 Havanas. Here and Randy Moreau, CPR. Minute 46.92. 46379, still unofficial. Now it's official. By Eric Moreau Sipier and Randy Moreau Sipier. Minute 46.92. Exact to 99.40, $1 trifecta 233.20, 463 and 7 superfecta, $1 superfecta 1,288.50, 5 for $2 double $107.40. Pick 3, $3,306.35. Pick 4, $4,769.70. Pick 5, $12,750. Next, the 8th race, the Chick Lang Stakes to Chipotle. First time gelding. For our 7th race, and they're off in the Chick Lang Stakes. Scramble on for early supremacy. Ancient World is right there with Normandy Coast. They're flashing early foot, but quickly now between horses is Faster Gator to join the early pace as well. And 1-900 is on the move. 1-900 Faster Gator going a quick pace. And Normandy Coast is back in third position. Ancient World had to study out of there from fourth. Retribution is fifth out in the clear of the 2-path, heading into the far turn run, followed by Touchy. After that is Perfect Force. After Perfect Force comes Chipotle racing to the back of the pack. Keep It Easy racing a good 17 or 18 off the pace. Tiny Lake and Slam Notion trails the field. So the pace has been rapid fire up front. And turning for home, it's 1-900 and a wall of horses coming after that one now. Ancient World rebounds after some trouble around the far turn. Here comes Ancient World on the outside. And in between horses, Retribution rolling. Retribution now. Retribution. Touchy's coming with late kick on the far outside. Retribution in front. A 16th of a mile left to go in the Chick Lang Stakes. Unrushing. Touchy on the outside. Running out of time. Retribution. Retribution. Second was Touchy. It's a photo for third between Ancient World, Normandy Coast. $2 exact, $140, $20 trifecta pays $450.10. Dollar superfecta $2,672.20 for 11 $2 double $136.60. Pick 393.60. Ninth race, the Jim McKay Turf Sprint, presented by Bullet Bourbon. Scratch 1, Boats a Rockin', 7, Duncan, Idaho. Eighth race, the Chick Lang Stakes, won by Retribution. Jim McKay Turf Sprint. And they're off of the Jim McKay Turf Sprint. Mattingly, Coppola, and Honeyquist is very quick as well, and No Nay Hudson racing in fourth. For Harp, not much speed today, is ridden along about 5 lengths from the pace. Back to Determined Kingdom and Witty. Witty is last of them all, some 16 off the speed of Honeyquist. Honeyquist in front, and Coppola on the outside, keeping the heat on into the far turn run. No Nay Hudson is next on the inside as they round the turn. For Harp is trying to get going about 3 wide on the course. Mattingly's under some pressure in between horses. On the inside is Determined Kingdom. They swing for home in the Jim McKay Turf Sprint, and it is Coppola a narrow lead. Coppola, that leader, trying to hold No Nay Hudson center of the course and charging one off the inside. Determined Kingdom. Here comes Determined Kingdom. Witty going late in the game. Witty's on a roll on the far outside. Witty down the center of the course. Witty loves to win, and win he will. Witty by 4 or 5 from No Nay Hudson. Quite a stretch run from Witty. Determined Kingdom was there, and then Coppola. Witty in the winner's circle for Cutter Racing, Martin Pratt aboard. 59.61. Jim McKay Turf Sprint presented by Bullet Bourbon. For the trophy presentation of the winning connections of Witty, Ted Engelke, Business Development Director, Diageo. Mark Rappel, Bullet Brand Director, Diageo. And they're off here, the Sir Barton. Crudo with a good break on the inside. Bear Claw Necklace is showing speed, and Invictus is right up and on the pace too, pushing to the turn run. Bold Diversion and Best Friend Rocket is saving ground around that turn. Authentic Gallop is only about 4 off the lead, 3 deep around that Pimlico first turn, and Just a Fair Shake last in a compact field. 6 lengths front to back. Crudo to the back marker, Just a Fair Shake. Crudo shows the way, so Crudo going to try to slow it down. 6 furlongs left to go. Stacked up behind his Best Friend Rocket outside. Invictus with clear sailing, and on hold Invictus right off of Crudo. Crudo Invictus 1-2. Best Friend Rocket is third. Extreme outside Authentic Gallop is next. Then in between horses, Bear Claw Necklace, Bold Diversion on the inside, and trailing the field Just a Fair Shake, still bunched, half mile left to go. Crudo to catch. Crudo Invictus has been looming the entire trip into the far turn, running his set down. Here comes Authentic Gallop, moving on the far outside, trying to grab third from Best Friend Rocket down to the inside. Bear Claw Necklace, Just a Fair Shake is trying to rally very wide, and Bold Diversion trails the field. They race to the top of the stretch with Crudo. Crudo giving to Q to go on for that final quarter mile. Crudo. Invictus is desperate now from second. Just a Fair Shake to the center of the track is trying to close. Just a Fair Shake willingly now taking that second spot, but Crudo cruising home. Crudo by 7. Crudo from Just a Fair Shake. Invictus is in third. Scrambles on for fourth. John Velasquez and Crudo in the Sir Barton. Solid winner. Just a Fair Shake in Invictus. And then Bearclaw Necklace. Official. Organizations sporting 175 facilities across North America. The TAA has granted over $36 million to accredited aftercare organizations since inception. TAA accredited organizations have rehomed over 18,500 racehorses, some that ran right here at Pimlico. Pick 3, here's the exact at $49.60, trifecta $34.50. $1 superfecta, $219.30. 4-1 double, $35.80. Lined up. And they're off of the James W. Murphy Stakes. Soleil Valence asks for some early speed, just outkicked by Curry, who's made the lead. Curry, Stormy Flight there on the outside. Soleil Valence, take it back now after being asked for a bit of early foot. Twain is on the inside, fourth position around that first turn. Here is the favorite, Reagan's Wit, 6 lengths off the early pace. Barbadian Runner to the back of the pack, and Studley Do Right trails the field. Curry, Stormy Flight, the racing 1-2 as they make that turn. Curry, Stormy Flight, another 4 lengths back. Soleil Valence about 5 or 6 from the front. Twain down inside of Soleil Valence. That's another 2, Reagan's Wit, trying to get a bit closer, some 8 lengths off the pace. Barbadian Runner and Studley Do Right still yet to pick it up. Curry's in charge under Luis Saez from Stormy Flight. The lead is a length and 3/4. Twain is in third. Soleil Valence getting a bit closer now from fourth of the orange cap, and Reagan's Wit is trying to kick on, has 6 to make up with 3 furlongs left to go. Curry's in front from Stormy Flight. Soleil Valence on a move from third position as they round the turn and hit the top of the stretch with a quarter to go at Pimlico. Curry still there. Curry trying to carry on. Slippy 3 down to the inside. Twain is right there trying to quicken up as well. In between horses, Reagan's Wit has found a way through. Here's Reagan's Wit. Reagan's Wit now challenging. Take the lead from Curry. Twain on the inside is running a big one. On the far outside, Soleil Valence just at an even pace, shifting it a bit to the rail is Reagan's Wit. Reagan's Wit charging to the line. A 5-length winner from Soleil Valence. Reagan's Wit a bit green, in and out down the stretch. On the turf course is Soleil Valence second, and then it was Twain, and then Barbadian Runner closer fourth. Minute 40.25. Stables, Sherry DeVoe trainer, minute 40.25. $553.80. 11th race at James W. Murphy Stakes, presented by Prevagen. For the trophy presentation to the winning connections of Reagan's Wit, Chris Perlman, CEO, Aggregate Sports. Rem DeRohan, Chief Revenue Officer, Aggregate Sports. And Senate President Bill Ferguson. In Trickery. And they're off in the Dinner Party Stakes presented by My Racehorse. Neat got a clean break and going to a narrow lead from Pimlico on the inside. Abramar's right up there toward the center of the course, and Crabs and Beer looking for position one off the inside and up close as the pace is very slow early. Chicory is parked on the outside there of Crystal Quest. Chicory's only 2.5 or 3 lengths off that pace as they move for the first turn run. Then back to Fort Washington. Desvios hung out widest around the turn. Balnikov, last year's winner, lingering to the back of the pack on the inside, second to last position, and Cash Equity trails the field as they make the turn. So down the back stretch they go, and leading the way is Neat. Not much pressure at all. Abramar's there on the outside. Crabs and Beers the gray right off that pair. Then it's Chicory out in the clear from 4th position. Devon Propos is next in 5th. Fort Washington trying to work up from 6th position. Crystal Quest in between horses. Desvio is next. Balnikov. Here's Balnikov, only 7 lengths from the front runners heading into the far turn. There's still a lot to do at this point, and Cash Equity trails the field. Round the turn they roll, and Abramar comes to a narrow lead. Abramar, Chicory, and Fort Washington to join out 3 wide on the track. A length and a half more. Crabs and Beer is coming under pressure as they move round that turn, and Balnikov still a lot to do. They race to the top of the stretch in the dinner party, and it's Abramar holding a narrow lead. Chicory's trying to fight on in between horses. Fort Washington has a turn of foot, and down to the inside. Cash Equity also quickening up. Balnikov is way back, 1 furlong left to go. Fort Washington, Cash Equity charging hard second. The far outside Desvio is coming with a late run, but it's too late. Here's Fort Washington to win. Fort Washington, Cash Equity, Desvio, Devon Propos. No changes in the Preakness. Gosker in line in the gate. And they're off. Seems a perfect start in the 150th running of the Preakness Stakes, and Clever again is wasting no time and put right on the lead with that speed. Goal oriented on the inside, takes back just slightly. Gosker's up on the outside. Gosker runs to second. Goal oriented settles into the rail in third. American Promises in fourth. River Thames is fifth, only 4 lengths off for speed. Into the clubhouse turn they roll. Here is Journalism. Journalism's on the inside, 4 lengths from the front runner around the first turn and past the 7/8 pole. River Thames on the outside of that. Here's Pay Billy just off that pair, followed by Heart of Honor, and Sandman is last of the runners. About 13 lengths will cover front to back. 6 furlongs left to go, and Clever again in control of the pace in the Preakness. Leads Gosker. The opening quarter was soft, the half in 46 3/5 of a second, and so Clever again, a length lead. Clever again from Gosker in second. On the outside, River Thames moves to third. Goal Oriented is racing in fourth. American Promise is in fifth. Umberto Rispoli is getting after Journalism right now into the far turn run. Has 5.5 to make up. The leader's still Clever again. And Sandman is trying to unwind, but third last at this point, and Pay Billy, and trailing the field is Heart of Honor. They are midway on the turn, and Gosker runs alongside now to Clever again to contest the lead. And Journalism is moving moving through on the inside. Slight steady, little bit of traffic, but Journalism is trying to box on through. Very tight still is Journalism. Gosker's come away with a lead. A lot of bumping going on. As Clever again steadied and shuffled back. Journalism shifted in. Here's Sandman on the outside trying to run on. Journalism has recovered. Journalism has recovered and is coming. Journalism a sensational run despite traffic. Gosger was second, then Sandman third, and goal-oriented fourth in the 150th running of the winner. You get this honor in front of the old Pimlico grandstand. It's Journalism. Trainer Michael McCarthy for the 150th Preakness.
Completes the field. All in line, they're set. Gates open for the UAE President Cup, richest Arabian race in American history. Diamond Gem AA breaks well from the outside, will try to cross over, kept wide by his full brother Quick Ray AA. AA take a chance punching through on the inside to make a line of three as they leave the home stretch and enter the clubhouse turn. With 2 lengths back to WMA Big Baby behind this trio in 4th place on the inside of TM Princess. First 5 are covered by 3 lengths with 6 lengths to RB Grand Slam, who's patiently handled towards the back of the pack, and then comes Like Moulin Rouge as the horses make their way to the back stretch and being passed to the outside by WMA Smoke Signal. Strung out over a lot of ground with a good battle for the lead to the halfway stage. The brothers up in front. Quick Ray AA just ahead of the 2023 winner of this race, Diamond Gem AA, and they race 2 lengths in front of the Ronda Tooley duo of AA Take a Chance on the inside of TM Princess. WMA Big Baby in 5th, parked 3 horses wide past the half-mile pole. And then comes RB Grand Slam as they start to string out with another 8 lengths to WMA Smoke Signal and Like Moulin Rouge at the back of the pack as they make their way around the far turn, preparing to bring down the curtain on Old Hilltop. And it's Diamond Gem AA who's left Quick Ray AA in his dust. RB Grand Slam tries to pick up the chase, but will have a lot of work to do to catch Diamond Gem AA, who comes past the quarter pole with an increasing lead. RB Grand Slam moves into 2nd place. Quick Ray AA and AA Take a Chance are next as they make their way through the stretch, and Diamond Gem AA is putting on a procession. Diamond Gem AA has kicked away in the UAE President Cup, and Diamond Gem AA shines once again at the Preakness. A tremendous performance to close out the history at Pimlico. Diamond Gem AA by as much as you like. Over RB Grand Slam Photo, third place. That is between AA Take a Chance and WMA Big Baby, and then Quick Ray AA, WMA Smoke Signal, TM Princess, and Like Moulin Rouge in 1 minute 57.01 seconds. Kahela Classic winner first class and the vice president of the Arabian Jockey Club. Two to 5 for number 9. Ernesto Torres has won the last 3 UAE President Cups. And the victorious jockey Carol Cedeno. Final 2 to 5 for number 9 Diamond Gem AA, $2.80 for the win, $2 exacta 9.6, $5.40. $2 double. Journalism, Diamond Gem AA, $6.80 on the combination 2 and 9. $1 super. The 50-cent pick 4 out of 4, $28.05. 50-cent pick 3, $16.90. Dollar try 961, paid $12.60.